Hey guys, I'm back. Trey Brady with roundabout.com, the boxing roundtable where you, the fan, are the analyst. We're here at the Waldorf JC's Community Center on the Bobby Magruder Regional National Golden Gloves Championship. Here we have a fighter who just completed in the novice 201 plus event. You want to give your name to the fans at home?
Ken Campbell.
Mr. Campbell just fought 201 plus against another fighter named
Thomas Harper? Yep, Thomas Harper.
Yeah, Thomas Harper Jr. Now tell us something, Mr. Campbell. You fight at 201. Prior to going into the ring with this particular fighter, based on his size and girth alone, what did you feel, if any, challenges you would have going into the ring?
The biggest challenge always with any guy, I'm always a smaller fighter. The biggest challenge is they're going to come out throwing haymakers in the beginning of the fight. But typically guys that large are going to gas out. So I know if I take him to later rounds, it should be just a punching bag at that point. So I saw how big he was. He came out wild like I figured he would. He got tired. He took a beating after that.
Now tell us something. After getting into the ring, this individual started throwing haymakers. I mean, he was throwing punches from all different angles, but the punches seemed to be slapping. Yeah. Not punching, not effectively, but slapping, hitting you on your shoulder, on your elbow. After you got an opportunity to evaluate your opponent after being in the ring with him, what adjustments did you make in the ring to then give him or take the fight to him?
Well, I had to be patient, and you gotta stay calm. And then when they start rushing at you, a lot of his punches were really pushing, throwing me back. So it's hard to keep my feet safe. He's a big boy, like 300 pounds almost, pushing me back. So every time he came in, I want to make sure he walked into a punch, throwing jabs. Every time he walked in, he ate a jab. And eventually, I wanted to slow him down a little bit so I can start throwing some right hands. So get in and get out, get in, get out, trying to get pushed around by this big guy.
Speaking of being pushed around, at one point in time during the fight, we saw you two go into a humongous bear hug, and both individuals almost fall out the ring. Did your feet get tangled? Was he being overly aggressive, or was he gassing out and losing his balance?
He was gassing out. I mean, the first fight I had in this tournament, same thing happened. Once your legs go, and you're taking punches, you can't stand up. I mean, he fell over and he really came over top, really extended my back. It wasn't too much fun, but he was gassed. It wasn't so much of him trying to be, he was pushing, but fatigue is what took it over the edge.
6'4", 330 pounds, 6'2", 6'3", 228 pounds. In the ring, size doesn't matter. What you do with these matters. Congratulations. Thank you for advancing. Coach, come on in, Coach.
How you doing, sir?
Nice to see you again, Coach.
The
last time we spoke, we were at, I believe, we were in D.C. at the weigh-in for the fight at the Washington Convention Center. You had another fighter here. His name was?
Alan Perkins.
Okay. Mr. Perkins fought at the Washington Convention Center. Mr. Perkins was about 160 pounds. About 160 pounds?
160, yeah.
You've went from 160 pounds to a fighter weighing well over 200 pounds. What adjustments do you make as a coach to take yourself and your fighter from fighting a smaller weight to a larger weight, knowing that this individual is going in with someone even bigger?
Actually, not much, because with Ken Campbell, even though he's a lot bigger, he's a heavyweight, but he stays in shape, really good shape. So he can go on and on just like little guys. I don't have to worry about him per se. The bigger guys, sometimes they gotta slow him down and not let him get too excited in the ring. Keep their hands up and wits about him. And their wits about him, and everything will be okay.